Hey, what's up? It's Dave here from the Matt and Dave Show, thanking you for listening and reminding you to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. I think you will, but I'm biased.
He's Dave. I'm Matt. And this is the Matt and Dave Show.
Woo!
Dave,
Again,
before we get started,
please.
I would love to ask you a question. This question has been on my mind a lot over the past week.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, all
yes.
right.
Did you hit record?
I did.
Okay.
I'm double check. I'm looking back now.
Can we triple check just to make sure?
I'm looking back. There's a waveform forming.
I see things moving,
Yeah.
but does that mean it's
Yes.
recording?
There's waveforms.
Okay. I think it might be wise to shut off your screensaver while we do this too.
Yeah.
That way it's always up. And if it stops, I can look over your shoulder and say, hey, Dave, we're not recording.
Yeah. Actually, what would be great is if we had a producer that was actually looking at the screen
That's true too.
while they recorded it.
That's true too. But
Baby steps.
we can't afford a producer.
We can't.
Because we can't even afford ourselves.
We can't.
Which is why it takes us so long to
It
get
does.
these
It
shows
so does. Oh, so
recorded. Go ahead. You tell them what happened.
I will
You
absolutely.
tell them why they've been waiting a couple weeks for the
It's
Matt
my
Dave
fault.
Show.
It's absolutely so. In my mea culpa, which is Latin for eating shit.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So we
tell 'em?
recorded, I would say, probably about 35 minutes.
It was a good almost a half of a show. Yeah.
Yeah. Solid half of a show last week when we were supposed to. And when I say record, I mean I hit a button and the intro music started playing, and then we proceeded to talk to each other for about a sitcom length episode.
Yeah.
And then
a sitcom plus commercials.
Yeah, with commercials. Length episode, and then I turned around just to verify, and I had evidently hit play and not record.
Yep.
So
which is why I still heard the theme song.
Yeah, you still heard it, and
it's time to go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my bad. If you'd like to send angry tweets at me, it's at You Just Got Daved, because I just daved the show.
Mm-hmm.
I daved the show. So you can tweet at me. I'm not snarky on Twitter at all.
Nope.
I promise it'll be perfectly fine. I'm sure it'll go exactly the way you have it going in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If only you could find a job.
They don't pay me to be shitty to people on Twitter.
If only you could find a job.
If only I could find a job where I get to do that for a living. Oh, what a dream that would be. 24 hours a day.
I have a theory about this.
7 days a week.
I think after year 5 on this job, will probably be the longest tenure of a job you've ever had. But
not true, but go on.
I know, I was making a joke.
Yes.
I think that you will become an even more terrible person.
I don't know if that's
because
possible.
you will lose your grip on reality because you spent so much of your day being snarky or trying to be snarky or thinking ways to be snarky that it's like the cop thing when the nice kid in high school and then they graduate and they go to the police academy and they come back and then they're assholes.
Well, I mean,
it happens. Not all cops.
But here's the thing.
Political stance.
I think you're a little more onto it than you are. But I'm not all snarky all day.
No, not yet.
With it. No. And the funny thing is, so I'll tell you this. And I think your cop analogy is a little more dead on than you think because it's not that it's just what they just see the worst of people.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's true.
Like they just see the dregs.
Very true.
And shit of humanity.
Yes.
And that is their job.
Yep.
12-hour shifts.
Which is why they always say angry.
15-hour shifts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not like,
You work in your job being admitting prisoners and having to look up their asshole for 12 hours a day, and you'll be pissed off too.
You know what? I would even say that's different. Obviously that's not ideal.
I mean, I don't think
But-
I don't want to do either of those jobs.
Right. But at the same time, like you're not seeing the worst in people. You're just seeing the worst end of people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like but can you imagine like
I love all the
you like that?
The play on words. Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, like and can you imagine just seeing the shit end of humanity, like the terrible things that they're capable of, like realizing just how fucked up we are as a species, and having that proven to you time and time again. It just shifts your perspective,
Right? Yeah.
And I feel it with this job because I see just how terrible and inconsiderate and awful and racist people are.
Yeah.
And it's not that I didn't know that before, but there's a difference between knowing it and then just swimming through it for 12 hours a day.
There's a difference between walking past the storefront and seeing the horrible displays for the awful products that you don't need.
Right.
It's another thing to go in and reluctantly spend all of your life savings and your 401k and everything that you have on the as seen for TV Snuggie.
I'll do you one better. It's one thing to drive by the water treatment plant and go, man, oh, that's where the shit happens.
It's
and then to work a 12-hour shift in the water treatment plant.
Well, hey.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I still like it.
Yeah.
Like I this is, this isn't me like, oh, woe is me. I really enjoy it.
No,
but,
I know you do.
But I really you appreciate a perspective that I have a perspective on jobs like this that take some sort of they exact some sort of an emotional, and no, I'm not equating my job to being a cop, but there's a perspective shift, and there's just something you don't see normally, and that goes with any job.
True.
But you just see people for the shitbags that they are sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I think you need to go play with some puppies.
Yeah, there's
really do.
There's a puppy break too.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
There really is a
It's good
puppy
that you
break.
got some puppies here. Because,
yeah.
And they're small and they're cute and they're lovable.
They're puppies.
So
they come home and they're happy to see the food bringer is back.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Exactly.
I mean, I could be anybody with food, but
True.
I'll take what I can get.
That's
really.
True. Yeah. Well, does your wife react the same way too? Oh,
No.
The guy who makes the food is home.
Yay! She does. She does. She does. He's got a weird beard, but fuck it, the food's good. The food's nice. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to talk to you about beards here soon, not on the show, obviously, because I've finally just found a way to grow my beard out, and I don't want anything to do with yours.
Time?
No, dude. No, I get itchy. I get itchy face.
Oh, I get you.
But Santa, with quotations, brought me beard wash and beard oil.
Oh yeah,
now,
beard
I wash
oil.
my beard.
Right.
I wash my beard.
No, I get it.
And I exfoliate.
I get it.
But the beard wash is a game changer, and then the oil is what really sells it. So I don't ever get itchy face anymore.
Oh really?
I never get itchy face anymore, and I've actually been growing it out. Where now I used to use a 2 on my my clippers.
Yeah.
But now I'm on a 4, and I'm still cutting hair on a 4. So I'm gonna I'm gonna grow mine out just a little bit.
No, I think it's good.
But I have these weird things going on the side. I cannot believe we're spending airtime talking about this.
It's fine. People are interested in our beards.
I guess they are. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a majestic beard.
You do.
You have a beard.
I don't want a majestic beard. I don't want anything. I don't want to look like you anymore.
Any more than you already do.
People already think that we're related. I mean, just because we're two bald, bearded, doughy dudes.
Yeah.
I've effectively tried to maintain my extra doughiness so we don't look alike. If I lose weight, we're going to look even more alike,
I'm glad you're doing that for me.
Hey, you know what?
You really know how to fall on a grenade,
I'll
sir.
eat all the pizza for you, man.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
man.
You drink the beer, I'll eat the pizza,
That's
and
fair.
We'll see who gains the most weight.
That's fair. All right. So
my head is spinning right now.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
My head is spinning, and we could talk about what we were talking about last week.
Yeah. So we're gonna just
last
full
week's
disclosure.
show, best show we've ever done. I'm
Best
sorry,
show.
you guys.
We're
Yes.
really
best
sorry
30
you missed
minutes of
It was
podcasting
great.
ever.
We talked about a couple of things that I don't know if we'll rehash it, but
Yeah,
if
I
it
don't
seems
remember.
like
I don't remember a lot of what we talked about, but I do
Okay.
remember this one thing.
yeah. So if it seems like we've talked about this before, we have, but
Yes.
just bear with us.
But it's different now. So
it is different. Yes.
my head is spinning because I literally just 15 minutes ago, you guys missed the faking, looking at
watch
the
thing,
wrist,
yeah.
but there's no
But
watch.
they heard your sleeve go
They did.
up.
Did they?
Yeah. That
There you go.
doesn't sound like a sleeve going up. Well, it does sound like a sleeve going up, but up and over.
Yes, I got you. Let's just pause for a second.
You want to take a moment? Take a moment. Just LaCroix. When your co-host makes a circumcision joke, LaCroix.
Don't edit that out.
I'm not going to.
All right. So I literally just got here from the theater seeing Glass.
Yes.
Which is the third movie in the Unbreakable trilogy of movies that includes Split.
Yes.
With the brilliant James McAvoy. If you haven't seen either of those movies, do not see Glass.
Yes.
You have to see both of those movies.
You have to see both.
Like, this isn't like a Marvel movie where you can see like just the 3 Captain America movies and not have to worry about seeing the Avenger movies to know what happened in between. Like you have to see it. Like starts and it's like, well, there's been 19 years of history. If you didn't see it, fuck you.
It's it pretty much starts like Infinity War does. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Like, it's like,
you're right.
Boom,
it just drops you right
we're into it. If you didn't catch up, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have 6 hours to catch you up on everything you possibly might have missed.
Yeah.
Even in short, like 15-second. Mm-hmm. We're not going to narrate it. We're not going to talk about it. We're just hitting the gas and we're going forward and hope you can catch up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're like, you know what? Even when we do flashbacks, we're going to spend a lot of money to digitally enhance Bruce Willis and somebody who looks like his kid from the first movie to tell you the same scene but a different way, so it's new. They don't even use.
No, that was unused footage.
No, that actually unused footage.
Yeah, that was unused footage from the original movie.
How do you know this?
I looked it up.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's unused footage. They Rogue One'd it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think one.
I'll have to look that up.
I think there was a train thing that they did. Like some sort of like funny.
Yeah. They I mean, that was obvious the way they did that.
Yeah,
that's easy. That I mean, I
followed
that along.
You followed that one, but no, it's unused. Like it was unused footage from the original.
You're talking about the scene in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's actually from the movie.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up myself.
Yeah, look it up.
But
I felt the same way about you. I was like, man, that was. They even aged the film.
I was like, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's like, because it was just unused scenes from the original movie.
I gotta look at that now. So yeah, I had all kinds of things going on about this movie.
Okay.
And then it ended.
It did,
kind of.
True.
And I was pissed.
Yeah,
I was pissed.
Really?
And I was like, this fucking movie sucks. Fuck M. Night Shyamalan.
Wow.
And then you got the twist.
The twist.
And I was like, all right, that's an interesting twist. I didn't see that coming.
But the twist.
And I guess because I was so invested in all these characters, I wasn't waiting for the twist. I was just enjoying the movie.
Yes.
And then the twist happened, and I was like, oh, all right, well, I'm still kind of mad, but
okay.
Well, all right, this is interesting. This is something I haven't thought about. And then I started thinking about, like, wow, this is, all right, if you're going to put superheroes in the real world, which is what was cool about Unbreakable, then you got to do this, and that makes sense, and this is kind of cool. All right, let's see where this goes. And then you go on, and there's a scene where you think, oh, okay, I know what's going to happen.
Yep.
And then you know what he did to you?
What?
He double twisted.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Double twist? That's the 360.
He 360'd you.
No. He Anderson Cooper'd you?
He spun you around and slapped you in your face.
What would double twist? No.
Double twist? I don't know. Anyway, but he did. He double twisted it, and I was shocked. The double twist was interesting.
Yep.
And we talked last week. I asked you if it left anything open, and you said, and I said, but was it a good? You said it did.
Yeah.
But then I was upset, and I asked you if it was a finale to the Unbreakable story.
Yeah.
And you said yes. And I left here going, what the fuck is he talking about? How does it do that and then do that? Like, how do you close a story but keep it going? And now I see what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it was two very interesting separate questions that you posed to me that I was like, yeah, and yeah.
Because I was just trying to like figure it out before I went to see it. Like, okay, this movie's gotta suck. You were like, well, I liked it.
Yeah.
Because you liked it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, do I think it was like, oh my God, there's the end all be all of everything on the planet? No, but I really enjoyed it.
Well, no, but I mean, Split wasn't.
I really like Split.
No, I really like Split too.
I really enjoyed Split.
I turned to Ariel after the movie, and I was like, dude, that James McAvoy performance. Because the first thing when they when they roll the credits, the first thing you see, so when they roll the credits,
Yeah.
they have the character name next
Yep,
to the
I saw
actor.
that.
Well, they had all these characters listed, and I was like, why are they listing all of the characters for the? Oh, and then James McAvoy came by, and then it was just the rest of the characters he played.
Yeah.
And then everybody else, the regular
Yep,
credits. And I turned around, I was like, see, that right there is why I don't like the Academy Awards, because that was a Best Actor performance.
You're goddamn right it was.
Because I sat in that theater, and as soon as he changed,
Yep.
I could tell you which of the characters he was.
Yep.
He played like 18,000 different characters, and each one of them was different, and I could tell you which one each one was, and I remember their names, I remember their personalities, I remember their...
All very distinct.
All very distinct.
I remember the
and
personalities.
he goes in and out of them like that.
Yeah. I remember the personalities from the Split movie.
Yes, yeah, that too.
Like he did one, I was like, that's right, the one that needs the insulin, the diabetes one.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that's right, he was gay. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, holy shit, like that character was memorable enough for me to remember it as an individual person.
Yep.
That when he switched into it, I was totally there.
And he did, like, he carried over all of these characters from that movie. Like that's hard enough to do once.
Yes.
But to do it twice and to like make them, I mean, it's just wow, amazing. I mean, and it really is. That's the kind of acting performance that needs to be recognized.
I agree.
Absolutely impossible. He should at least be nominated for a SAG award.
Oh God, please.
Like that's the kind of just anything. Like acknowledge this performance. Movie, you may not like the movie. It may,
it's fine.
It's whatever. That's
it could
fine.
just not be your thing, and that's perfectly reasonable.
But you have there's nothing that says Best Actor performance in a movie that was enjoyable.
That's right.
You
could think the rest of the movie was absolute shite.
Exactly.
But my God,
you have to at least respect that. And it wasn't shite. It wasn't shit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. The entire movie I spent trying to figure out Sarah Paulson's character, what her angle was, because it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. There has to be an angle.
Yep.
And I got to the point where I was like, all right, well, maybe there's no angle.
Yep. Exactly. He's great at that. He's great at bouncing you off and seeing what's what.
He is.
I like the fact that they had all the original people back.
Yeah, that was cool too.
Like even the original kid.
Yeah.
Well,
which was weird because it was obvious that it was him.
Yeah.
I don't remember why. I don't know why. I mean, I watched Unbreakable almost maybe a year ago, or maybe a couple months ago. But like as soon as he came on the screen, I was like, oh, that's the kid.
Yeah.
There was no like funny oh, it's a different actor trying to play them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's the same kid.
They obviously got the exact same kid.
That's great.
Just the dude, the man now. I won't say like kid. He's a grown ass human being.
Yeah.
It's 20 years later.
Yeah.
But to reprise the part that he played, as a child, I think I thought it was great.
And that was the other thing too that kind of bothered me throughout the movie was I didn't understand what all these other characters were doing. I kind of understood what Bruce Willis's son, David Dunn's son, was doing in the movie.
Yes, makes sense.
I didn't understand why Elijah's mom and Claire, whatever her name was, the chick from Split, why they were in the movie, because it just felt forced. But then as the movie started to evolve and you got to the climax, it all made sense to me. Like I understood why they put her there.
Yes.
And I understand why
her
Elijah's,
motivations,
what they were, but it just didn't feel like this felt like the three of them.
Yes.
And then it felt like it was just forced. Like, why do you keep bringing the son back? Like, you don't need the son anymore.
Yeah.
But then I realized you do need the son because of where he was trying to go with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this movie was like Split. It was focusing that story.
Yes.
And it wasn't about the twist.
No, it was not.
feel like M. Night Shyamalan's movies since The Sixth Sense have all been about the twist.
Yes.
He's telling you the story and you're waiting for a twist, and that's the whole purpose of his storytelling.
And we've talked about this. He's always wove the twist as necessary to the plot.
Right.
Like it was a requirement for this movie to reach any sort of conclusion was the twist had to happen. Now that he stopped using the twist as a plot requirement, just as a fun thing at the end, like you can still tell a complete story. And if your twist doesn't land, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
You still have the good experience of a movie, not dependent on the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like if you can undo a movie in 30 seconds,
right.
That's a huge risk.
But I think that with this movie with Split it wasn't necessary.
Absolutely.
With Split it was like a little wink, a little nudge, nudge.
It was a bonus.
You could have cut out that last part
Yep.
with Bruce Willis, and it would have been a perfectly fine movie.
Absolutely.
Done. Period.
Yeah.
Done. Boom. I want to see this character again.
Done.
Done. I see what I did there.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So you left going, oh,
Yeah.
this is in the Unbreakable universe. Oh my God. I wonder what's going to happen. And then you hear, okay, we're going to make a movie with all three of these characters. This movie, it did rely, the twist was part of the storytelling.
Yes.
But because he was focused on telling the story, and really getting to the nuts and bolts of it and spending time with these characters and evolving their characters and pushing forward the narrative, I think it enhanced and really made you. It really allowed you to accept the twists because there's multiple.
Yeah.
Which might be a spoiler if we say that because you're watching, you're waiting for the next.
I don't know.
I don't
We
know.
already said it, so it's going to be.
That's true. That's true. Well, spoiler alert. There you go.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Hypothetical spoiler alert.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But it was great. I think it was a fantastic end to these stories.
It's a fantastic. It was a fantastic inclusion of the trilogy,
and it leaves me wanting to know more about this world.
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
Yeah. So a couple of tidbits about this movie. One of the things that I looked up, and of all the things that happened to make this movie that were impressive and awesome.
Yeah.
The thing that I marveled at the most, which I didn't know, was this was a joint partnership between Disney and Universal.
Disney?
Yes. The original Unbreakable was produced through Buena Vista.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Split was produced through Universal. So they
Blumhouse.
Yeah. So they had to clear to the Unbreakable stuff in Split. They had to clear it with Disney, and their condition was that they be a part of the movie. And this is the first time these two studios have ever collaborated on a movie. They've done television together. I double checked.
Not if you count the Incredible Hulk.
But they haven't. But they didn't make a movie together.
Marvel's. I mean, it's still Marvel. It was a Marvel production,
right? But they just okayed it. But they were active,
and then let them use Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark.
Yes, but I'm talking about actively produce the movie.
Okay.
Together, as an actual joint pairing of presenting a product.
Okay.
Using characters from both.
Okay.
Side by side.
Okay.
Not flying in at the end.
Okay.
And I mean that's awesome. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
Especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
To get those two to cooperate. There was a cool quote I saw from Samuel L. Jackson. He was talking about, he's like, look, I'm good at what I do, and I think I'm pretty good at what I do, but you haven't and I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like, you haven't seen it until you see a dude play 4 different characters in front of you seamlessly. That's some next level shit. And, just to watch it happen. Yeah, it's cool. It's just really, really cool shit.
Yeah. I mean, I was blown away by James McAvoy. Blown away.
So speaking of James McAvoy, speaking of things you just did, I just watched his Saturday Night Live.
Okay, before we go there,
yes,
because I know talking about that will get us on a tangent to go somewhere else.
Yes,
I have to say that I was almost taken out of the movie almost instantly because we were sitting there and the credits are rolling, and usually after the first 3 you don't really pay attention to the credits anymore, looking at other things, but a name flashed on the screen and I was like, huh?
I'd heard her.
Did that just say? Was that? And then I'm sitting there going, do I know somebody in this movie?
Do you know somebody in this movie?
And sure as shit, yeah.
Who?
I don't want to say on the show. I'll tell you off there.
Okay, cool.
I'll tell you off the show. But I did know somebody in the movie, and it was one of those weird things that what?
It just seemed like such a big setup for you to not say.
Well, I mean, I'm not about to say, oh yeah, I know this guy. This is different from knowing Joe and in Stranger Things. That's different.
Well, you pump the brakes on the thing I was saying.
I did because I just wanted to because I wanted to talk about how weird it was.
Yes.
To
sure.
And to see this guy. I mean, know, but knew
Yes.
more than I know now.
Got it. It's fine. Yeah.
You know, but it was weird just to like see this person acting with all of these other people, and I
Sure.
was like, holy shit! I had no idea until I saw his name. I was even like spent like the first like 10 minutes of the movie going, was that him? Like I almost missed some stuff because I was going,
Is that what I fucking thought it was? Interesting.
because I was just thinking about that dude the other day, and like I would never see him on social media anymore. Why don't I ever see him on social media anymore? Like I just had a kid, or supposed to have a kid. What's up with his family? Like what's going on? Like how is he? You know, like another mutual friend of ours was just in town. I was going to ask him about him. I was like, and there's fucking is in this fucking movie.
Yeah,
and it like took me. Like I was a little worried. All this to say, I was a little worried that it would take me out and I wouldn't enjoy the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
But you know, like that's how good the movie was for me.
Interesting.
Like I was so enjoying it that I even bought into this person that I know.
Right.
To be in this universe, to play this character, to enjoy their narrative. So yeah, it was pretty. Yeah.
So speaking of McAvoy,
yes, Saturday Night Live.
Yes. So the missus is a huge fan.
Oh, okay.
Loved him in Split. Like she's like just blown away by his performance, which is why we went and
you went
saw
to see
this
Glass.
together.
What did she think of Glass?
She thought it was okay. She probably would have liked it more if she'd seen Unbreakable. So.
Oh, that's right.
I would imagine you have to see Unbreakable to see it. Like I was explaining Unbreakable like through the movie. I'm like, okay, that's why.
Oh yeah, the whole.
The color palette.
Yes.
And all that. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but the story, like where it goes. Like you have to know Unbreakable.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, his bones are brittle. He's super strong. Water is bad.
Yeah.
Like real, basic Unbreakable shit.
Yeah. I bet there's like the scene where they just cut to this water. The what's it called? Ugh,
the tank.
It's so old. Thank you. The tank of water. I couldn't think of tank.
Yeah.
But they just cut to this tank of water. You're like, what is this tank of water? Why are we showing this?
Yeah.
Like it's out there for a good minute.
Yeah.
And it's just a tarp flaying, and you're like, why are we seeing this? Yeah. I knew exactly what it was going on.
Exactly, yes.
But I imagine she had to be like, why are we spending so much time on just this tank of water?
Yeah, there was a lot of things that I was like, and I saw it at the one of those eat at the movies places.
Yeah,
So like, you know, we were seated at a table together, so it was a little easier to go like, okay, so here's the thing. I don't know who this bitch is. Like try to catch up as much as we could. Anyways, so she thought it was great. She said she would have liked it probably like 15% more if she had seen Unbreakable, but she didn't. So this is where we're at.
Right.
Anyways, I tell you that story, but she loves James McAvoy.
Mm-hmm.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Thinks he's a brilliant actor, and she is correct.
She is correct.
So he comes out. I was like, hey, you want to watch the James McAvoy Saturday Night Live? Like, we both love Saturday Night Live.
Sure.
We hadn't watched it in a while. Like, you want to watch the James McAvoy Saturday Night? She's like, yes. So he comes out, and he does his opening monologue, and he comes swaggering out in a kilt. And she's like, why the fuck is he in, like, why is he in a kilt? And I'm like,
McAvoy.
Which is exactly what I said. I'm like, McAvoy. She's like, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, just wait. And then he starts speaking. She's like, is he Scottish? I'm like, yes. Yeah, he's super Scottish, hon. She's like, are you fucking kidding me?
She didn't know?
No.
Wow.
She had no idea he was Scottish. She's like, had I known, I would have been like way more impressed. Like, holy shit, he was Scottish this whole time?
Yeah.
And he's got, like, a thick brogue.
Yeah.
Too. Like, it's not like Ewan McGregor, like nowadays Ewan McGregor. Like, it's like then a days like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a reasonably thick brogue.
He does, yeah.
But just can flip it on and off with a switch. Like, he did one where he did like a Philly, Pittsburgh, like Pennsylvania accent during a skit. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, he's got to make you jealous, right?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
because you spent time working on this stuff.
Yeah.
It probably just comes naturally to him.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that? Like, there are some people who can just hear things and just do it.
Oh, God. But I'm impressed, obviously. Like,
oh, no doubt.
Like, and I could hear like where he like struggles with it, and that's where you would be like, haha. But when you realize like that's probably like one of 72 that he has, it's really hard to kind of nitpick where his brogue kind of creeps in to an accent he probably only does once every 6 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you know what?
Or once every 6 movies.
Right. Like he probably. And the funny thing is, someone probably asked like, hey, can you do like a Philly, Pittsburgh-y, like Pennsylvania thing? He's like, oh, how's it sound? 1 second. Like YouTube's it. Yeah, I got it. We're good. Yeah.
Hate that.
Yeah, we're great. I'm probably not already.
How was the rest of that episode?
It was all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like
It
was.
was Saturday Night Live these days, though. You know, it's pretty good. It's hit or miss.
Yeah, it could be. It could be really good, and it can be like
It's okay. It's okay.
And it was a hit episode.
Yeah.
But he's great. Like he's very talented, obviously, and it shows off his already robust accent work.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But yeah, but she was blown the fuck away. Like absolutely blown the fuck away that he was not any of those accents she had previously heard.
Right, yeah.
She just assumed one of those was natural. One of those was like his go-to daily, his daily driver.
Mm.
And none of those were his daily driver. So another thing that I've been watching,
Okay.
The Good Place.
Yeah. Yeah, the girlfriend was started watching that for whatever reason. She's like, I don't know, I don't like this. She started watching it and she's like, I don't know, I'm not really into it. And then the next day she was done with the first season. So yeah.
I love it.
Yeah? Is it good? I mean I love Ted Danson. I love
He got nominated for an Emmy for a reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great. And he's not even like my favorite character in it. But man, it's just a fun show. And they've done 3 seasons. So you can do it.
Are they on the 4th season?
They just finished the 3rd.
They just finished it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
It's not May yet.
I don't know, or now they could be on like a mid-season break.
They're probably on a mid-season break. But they are on a 3rd season.
Yeah.
So Netflix is really pushing me with this 3 seasons rule.
What do you mean?
Because they just canceled Daredevil after 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've been watching Daredevil since season 1, but still. Like, guys, stop canceling shit that you don't need to cancel. Do I need to just wait for like the run of the series to end to like get involved? Because seriously, like I stopped watching season 3 of Daredevil when I got the word that they canceled. I think I'm like on episode 5.
Really?
And I don't have any desire to see. I don't have any desire to watch Punisher season 2 because I know they're going to cancel that too. It's like, what's the point? What's the point?
To enjoy the story that they tell?
Yeah, but then it like they leave you in a cliffhanger and it's Carnival all over again. I'm not going to go. I'm not going down that path, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Come on, man.
No, I'm not doing it.
You're being
I'm not
kind
doing
of
it.
Look.
But that being said, I am going to watch The Good Place because
it's so good.
I hear that it is good.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's the thing I like about it. There's just some wonderful character work all around, and from a lot of people you'd never seen before, which I also really truly enjoy.
Yeah, it's an ensemble kind of
very
right?
much an ensemble.
A lot of the great
piece.
comedies today are like ensembles. They have like a leading character, but like everybody else has got to be good. Like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I hear is like that.
Same guy, Michael Schur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is one of those things like because I watched like 5 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and I just wasn't into it, and people were, and I was like, ugh. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, more like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm like, I'm never going to do it again. And then people are like, oh my God, this is such a good show. And I'm like, oh, you fucking pricks.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet. But now that I've watched it, I just found out that it was Michael Schur. I didn't know he did it. I'm like, fuck. Parks and Rec and The Good Place.
Yeah.
It's probably good.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's probably good.
Yeah,
and I'm just being shitty about it because I didn't like the first 5 episodes.
Of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is, a reasonable point to turn it off if you don't like it.
I feel like that's why it's probably a good thing why you have services like Netflix these days, streaming, where you can like just binge a whole season.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it takes a while for them to find their footing.
Yeah, and I was watching it on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
Which,
it's just amazing, like how much characters change. Like you go back and you watch any classic sitcom, any of your favorite sitcoms, and usually the first like 3 or 4 episodes, like go back and watch the first episode of Friends.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Joey doesn't really come off as that much of a like lovable dingbat in the first episode. He's more of like the cool, like I mean, he still maintains a little bit of that like cool Italian guy thing, but
Right.
he's more
He's
the
more
lovable
fun than
like
he
goofball.
is like goofball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and there's just a lot of growing in those first couple of episodes.
Which is, I mean, and which as an actor, you're like, that's how it works.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You live in the character
Yeah.
long, and if you get really comfortable
Yep.
with how it works and shit like that.
And I'm sure that once the creative team knows you a little bit, they start to infuse a little bit of your personality in it. You know, not a lot, but just a little something. Or they'll get to know what you can and can't do, comedy or dramedy wise, whatever. You know, and I did mean dramedy.
Yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Or whatever. But so it takes a little while. You gotta get. So I think like waiting for the whole season and watching like a whole season or a couple of just to be able to binge it to get on to the next one.
Yeah.
Is probably beneficial for shows like this.
I think if I had watched just turned it on season 1 on a Netflix, I think I would have been able to like go over the hump. But to take 5 weeks to get over the hump, it was too much for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I tell you that to say the show's fucking cool.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
I love it, and it surprises me.
Yeah.
Like, it does things that you don't expect a show like that to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, frequently strong words, but like...
Well, it's a show about death. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I imagine that they have to like tiptoe or like dance around like religions and things like that.
You need to watch the show.
All right. Okay.
It's fascinating.
All right.
It's fascinating what they do, and it's fascinating where the ride goes, and at what points in the season they decide to like change lanes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, they don't wait till like big moments to do complete shifts. Like, there was one where it was like the 3rd episode of a season, and I won't even say which one, where they were like, hey, guess what? Boom. You're like, what? We're doing this now? Oh, fuck me. Like, that's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So, highly recommend it. There's some real fucking high caliber writing. I love the acting in it. Some people that have literally never acted before. Jamil, this is her first acting gig ever.
Which one is this?
She is
For the people who know the show.
Yeah. She's the God damn it, the socialite.
Yeah, I wish I could help you, dude.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I know. I was just searching for the right word. She's the socialite. She was a fucking DJ and a host on British TV before she did this show.
Oh, wow.
Literal first acting gig.
Okay.
Never done anything like this before.
Wow.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like a name-dropping socialite. To like an extreme name-dropping socialite.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's on my list, and I love Kristen Bell too. Like I think that, like, there are some celebrities that you see in the media and their all their collective works and everything, and you read articles and all this stuff, and you think, oh, they could be a cool person, or oh, they could be a douchebag. And there are some people who are just legitimately 100% authentic in who they are always. And I think she's one of those people.
Yeah, yeah.
From everything I've heard from other people who have actually met her, spent time with her, everything that I've seen, I follow her on social media too.
Yeah.
She's I think she's got a great talent too.
Yeah.
Huge Veronica Mars fan.
Yeah.
Never
seen Veronica
Mars.
Mars.
Oh, it's fantastic. I think you actually like it.
Yeah?
She plays a snarky detective. You'd love it.
Oh, okay.
Especially when, now that, I mean, probably you would have liked it better back when it was actually out because it's about high schoolers.
Sure.
And now that we're not high schoolers anymore,
I
or
get
even
it,
close to high schoolers.
Yeah.
You more so than me. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there.
No, it's fine.
But
fine.
like, the movie comes, when the movie came out, it was fantastic.
Really hurts Santa.
Yeah, great. Anyway, you would like Veronica Mars, but being a big Veronica Mars fan, love her, love what she does, and
Absolutely.
and it's not just that, but she's like a fan of what she does.
Yeah, she's authentic.
She has no problem like going up and like talking about Frozen and singing Frozen songs with people who love Frozen.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
Yeah, no, it's
love
very
that about
authentic.
her. She's great. She's fantastic. So it's on my list of things to see. I want to watch it, and I hope I will.
Do it.
So as you're talking, I am listening to you, but you do see me scrolling on my phone.
I do. Yes.
I'm waiting. I know tonight is the night that they are showing Rent live on Fox.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I know that you don't like Rent.
I didn't say that.
I thought we talked about that. You're not a big Rent fan, are you?
Oh, I like Rent.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I've just never seen it.
Oh, really?
Yep, never seen it.
Shit. I think it's coming to town pretty soon.
Yeah. I've heard the soundtrack like 70 billion times. I've just
far
never
away.
seen it. Yeah.
Well, for Rent is kind of like my generation's Hamilton.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Like when I was in
I was in the
drama
same
in
high school. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Rent was
Nope.
came out.
That's where I got it.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Were you still in high school then?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
whatever. So it was our generation's
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
And we sang it all the time, and we
Yeah.
knew the music and all that.
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple times. I have the movie. I have all that stuff, and it's great. I love it. I love it. Hasn't
Aged well?
Hasn't aged very well because it was very much a testament to that period of time.
Yes. It's a very Gen X-y music.
It is. And the live action movie that Chris Columbus directed,
Chris Columbus?
the Home Alone dude, yeah. Chris Columbus directed it, and they got the almost all of the original Broadway cast to come back and be a part. That didn't translate because he put it like in the 80s, and it just didn't like. There's
really
they even it was set in like 89 or 80 something like that, 88. And there's a song. There's a reference in a song to Thelma and Louise. And they set the movie. They kept the line from the song in the movie set in the 80s. Thelma and Louise was a 90s movie. So anyway, nitpicking, I know, but that's just like
Yeah,
like,
I get you.
Why it was set in the, I don't even know, but it didn't translate very well.
Sure.
But then it had its run on Broadway and it's toured. Everybody loves it. There's a big fan base.
Yeah.
So this is the next live musical that Fox has decided to do. They did Grease and they've done a whole bunch. NBC used to do one every year. Now they stopped doing that, I think.
Thank God.
Yeah. But I was fascinated. Because we know a lot of theater people.
Yes,
between
we
you
do.
and me.
Yes.
And I know that they all went to social media to talk about this. And that's why I've been scrolling to find out.
Yeah.
And it seems like people are desperately trying to like this.
Yeah,
which is
but
good.
Failing.
Well, I mean, I haven't really I'm trying to listen to you and be involved with that.
No. I mean, what I
I'm not
saw
going into much of a deep dive, but it does.
I don't think it's landing.
Well, they're trying, and what I was going to say is it's actually different because usually people go in trying to hate something. The fact that they're going and trying to like it, giving it a chance before they just totally poo-pooing on it, I think it shows a little growth.
I think theater people have really evolved. That's great.
Well,
I was being facetious. Although I think they gave Jesus Christ Superstar a fair shot. But to be fair, that was actually kind of cool.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I gave up on watching those live musicals.
So did I until I saw Jesus Christ, and only because honestly, the thing that got me through the door, was Alice Cooper.
Yeah, it's true.
King Herod, and only because I knew he'd done the part before.
Had he?
Yeah, he did it. There's an Australian recording of him.
Really?
Yeah. That was not his first time ever doing it.
Wow. I didn't know that he was in it until afterwards because they didn't really do a good job of promoting him in it.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
They really focused.
I mean, when you have John Legend in it,
and then
Alice Cooper isn't a draw.
They focused on John Legend and Sarah Bareilles.
Yes, which they should have.
Because that's who they were trying to go for.
Yeah,
but they could have gotten more people like me.
Yeah,
if they would have said, "Hey," and Alice Cooper, I'd be like, "Alice, I'll feed your Frankenstein."
Fuck
yeah,
Alice Cooper is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or I at least would have looked it up the next day.
Yeah,
watch
the Herod song.
Right, just fast forward and watch that. But. No, I didn't even know until way after.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
No, I like John Legend. I'm a John Legend fan.
Oh, yeah. He's
great.
Great job
I think
with
he's
it.
very, very talented.
But the production was cool.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was legitimately cool. They do some cool stuff production-wise with it.
Would you suggest I go back and look for it? I think it's on one of the streaming services and watch it.
Yeah.
You got to remember, though, I'm not a really big Jesus Christ Superstar fan to begin with.
I mean, I would say you should fast forward and then just look at some of the production values.
All right, that's
Is
fair.
that fair?
Yeah, no,
especially the ending. Watch the ending. They do some really cool
shit
with
with
the
just
ending.
YouTube that.
Yeah, just YouTube it.
All right, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, just watch the clips of it. You don't have to sit through the whole fucking thing.
Okay, yeah, I really don't want
I've done the show. And
I know. I saw it.
But what I'm saying is I've done the show and I understand.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, oh, God. Can we just skip? Can we skip a couple songs?
Yeah.
Let's just move this along.
That's kind of how I felt
Yeah,
seeing your show.
yeah,
Can we just skip today's part? Can we just skip today's part? You guys are all great. You're really talented. You can sing.
It's the show.
It's
just the show.
Exactly.
It's just the show. That's the way the show is.
Yeah.
And some people are really into it, and some
are.
people think there's a lot of singing.
There is a lot of singing.
There is a lot.
I don't mind a lot of singing.
There's a lot of singing.
Sure,
in that show.
Sure.
There's a lot.
Well,
one could argue too much singing.
It's all singing.
I know.
And that's fine because there are shows like that, and that's one of them.
Yeah. I make the same argument about Les Mis.
Too much singing?
It's just so much singing.
You think?
It's just so much.
It's a long.
Again, great show.
Yeah.
I like the show.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
too much singing.
Cut some things here and there. It's like watching the fucking Music Man. I'm like, do we really need to sing about the fucking Wells Fargo wagon? The wagon comes on, you unload some shit, the wagon goes off.
What else are they going to sing about? It's a musical.
I mean, you cut that song. I think I saw they did the movie version of that, and they had the Wells Fargo wagon song. I'm like, guys.
Which one, the Matthew Broderick version?
I think so. I was like, why is this still in here?
The only reason why I knew that is because the kid was talking about the musical they're putting on at his high school.
Oh,
and it is The Music Man. So I was looking for a GIF, and the only Music Man GIF I could find was Matthew Broderick taking the hat off, and I was like, oh, that's right, he did that.
He did do that. Yeah.
They did a Music Man version before they started doing all the live stuff, and it was Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. And again, love the show. Cut the fucking Wells Fargo number.
I'm not a big fan of the show.
Cut the Wells Fargo number. Cut it. Doesn't deserve. People just think it's a bank now. The reference is gone.
Nice.
Nobody understands.
Well, it is a bank now.
Hey, right. The Wells Fargo wagon is going to be, what? To give you money at a low interest rate? No.
I wonder, was that movie sponsored by Wells Fargo?
Well, no, I think the Wells Fargo, and if you're really into history and I'm wrong on this, please correct me, but like the Wells Fargo wagon was like the delivery service of the time. Like that's how things came to you. It's like the Sears Roebuck catalog was the catalog that you ordered things. It was like old-timey Amazon for people that have a hard time like grasping that.
Old-timey Amazon.
Like, it's what it was. Like the Sears Roebuck catalog was old-timey Amazon.
It's true.
Just like, ham radio was old-timey internet. It's how people talk to each other over vast differences anonymously.
Yeah.
That's the way the fuck it is. But nobody associates that shit with that anymore. Did you see that? Wells Fargo did a thing where they were like, we take your security seriously. We believe in enhanced electronic security. This was when like there was the bank hacks and stuff like that.
I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah. So they ran a commercial basically touting their electronic security and how they've doubled and tripled down on it. And then just to punctuate that with as much irony as they can, they trot out their logo, which is literally a fucking horse-drawn carriage. Like, we're modern, and here's a horse-drawn carriage to prove it. Whatchu? Wells Fargo. We've been here since the 17th century or so. Wells Fargo, modernizing your security. With horses and cowboys and shit.
I don't remember any of this.
Oh, yeah.
How do you remember shit like this?
You'd be surprised what gets crammed up here, man.
That's what she said?
I like it!
That was too good. I couldn't let that one go.
Yeah.
So how much time we got?
We got about 15 minutes.
Okay. So, can I tell you my last time we did a show?
Also, that's what she said.
Thank you. Last time we did a show.
Last time we did half a show.
So long ago.
Oh, you mean a full show?
A full show, yeah.
Oh, yes.
We talked about my fascination that week, which was The Masked Singer.
Oh, yes.
Yes, which is still going on, and I am 2 for 4. And guessing who these celebrities are.
Oh, who were the celebrities that were eliminated?
I would say? All right, spoilers. How about I put a spoiler out there in case there's somebody that wants to see it? The spoilers.
Well, I mean, if you haven't watched the show yet.
Masked Singer spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Go.
So the first week was Antonio Brown.
Yeah. That's the one we talked about on the air.
Pittsburgh. Yeah. The next week was. Hold on, I'm trying to remember who. Oh, the next week was Tommy Chong.
Yes, which everybody had guessed.
Which I was like, okay, yeah, that was fucking easy.
Yeah.
And then the next one was one that got by the first week. So they did 6 the first week, and then the next 6 the second week. So this was his second time performing. And from the very get-go, I was like, I know that voice. I know that guy. I know it. I know it is Terry Bradshaw.
Yes.
I know it.
Everybody knew that was Terry Bradshaw.
And sure enough, and it was something like he laughed. And I was like, that's it right there. The laugh. I know that's him. And they like had him doing all kinds of things. He was talking about like he was surrounded by his little clue package because they filmed like a video thing.
Sorry,
Have you watched any of this?
I saw some of the promos where he's like throwing things at people.
He's like throwing like pieces of paper at people, but they were like yellow pieces of paper.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, the terrible towel, steal a
The
Pittsburgh Steelers. Come on,
yeah.
okay, this is easy. It's fucking Terry Bradshaw.
It's Terry
But then
Bradshaw.
he does this laugh in the thing, and even Robin Thicke was like, all right, so I watched a lot on day, and that he did this laugh where his shoulders were going, and that's Terry Bradshaw. And I was like, yes, he gets it. It was, and it was Terry Bradshaw. I was right.
Yeah.
But last week's really got me. Like I had no idea.
Who was
trying to figure out who it was. And
which character was it?
It was the poodle.
Oh, the
it was
poodle.
the pink poodle.
Oh, I think everybody thought the pink poodle was going to be oh God, who's that comedian?
Kathy Griffin?
No, with the
that was one of the guesses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kathy.
No, Margaret Cho. People thought it was going to be Margaret Cho.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Margaret Cho.
I'm not going on these forums to look at these things. Like even like somebody on my news feed or on my Facebook friends was putting guesses out there. Like I don't want anybody else's guesses,
right?
Because I want to guess myself. Even though this person's guess was probably spot on, and if he's right, I'm gonna fucking die. Just because like Margaret Cho is like never in a million years would I have thought of Margaret Cho.
Yeah,
and there was nothing in the package at all. Like I maybe it's because I've forgotten Margaret Cho.
Yeah, fair.
But these are celebrities that haven't done other things yet. So like these aren't like the people who've already appeared on Big Brother Celebrity Edition.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
These might be C or D-list celebrities now, but they're not celebrities that have been like Although Antonio Brown it was really weird his episode because we talked about this. He was already in the news.
Yeah, he was already in the news.
But anyway, so that was my fascination. I don't want to talk about Masked Singer, even though we just did. I have a new fascination this week.
Okay, what's that?
You probably have already heard of it, and although I've just now heard of this because I follow a lot of 90s child stars on Instagram.
Yes.
I follow.
Weird, but yes.
Yes, I follow a lot. Like I follow like the cast of Boy Meets World and all this stuff.
Sure.
Full House, like all of them. I follow Danica Miller, who is Whitney from Wonder Years.
Yep.
And I follow Melissa Joan Hart.
Okay.
Clarissa Explains It All.
Yep.
And it was Melissa Joan Hart that tipped me off to this because she went on Instagram and said, hey, folks, I've joined this new thing. So I said, oh, what's this new thing? And I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, my mouth dropped, and I just went down this rabbit hole of nonsense. Have you heard of Cameo?
Yes, I know what Cameo
Okay.
is.
I had never heard of Cameo before.
Yeah.
Why am I just now hearing about Cameo from Melissa Joan Hart?
Because you follow Melissa Joan Hart and she tells you these things.
How did you hear about Cameo?
Well, it's kind of my business.
Well, first of all, let's talk about what Cameo is.
Okay, yeah.
What is Cameo?
So Cameo is like if celebrities are prostitutes, Cameo would be handies.
Dude. You're not wrong.
So basically, you have to admit that was pretty good. You have to admit it. You're quiet and you're morose and you're not happy about it.
I'm waiting for you to finish explaining what it actually is.
So Cameo, basically, the premise behind Cameo is you send a celebrity X amount of money. It's like an autograph booth, and Instagram had a baby. So you send them like small amounts of money, and they'll send you like a 30-second video, or like you can say, "Hey, say happy birthday to my friend Sean. It's his birthday." And then the celebrity that's on there will be like, "Oh, sweet. Say happy birthday to Sean. Sean, hey, it's John Stamos. Happy birthday. Buy yogurt." Click. And they made $80, or they donated to charity.
It's
as
a
well.
little bit more than that. Like the video, I've seen some of the videos that they've recorded for people, and like they're legit. Like some of them, I mean, some of them are bullshit, but they're by the bullshit people who nobody hears about anyway. But like some of them are like I've actually watched like some of Danica Miller's
and she does
videos.
it for charity, I believe.
She does it for charity because she always thanks everybody. Thank you for doing this great cause. But I've seen like she talks about it and she's thank you and she's excited. So it's really cool. And like if there's somebody that you're like a fan of, like it'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
Like I thought it was really kind of neat. And there are some actual like really cool celebrities on here.
Yep, there are.
Like
Wesley Snipes is on there.
A lot of people. Yes, he is.
He is. That's how I found out about it.
Oh, really?
If you ask me how I found out about it,
so that's great.
Wesley Snipes Twitter.
I'm just gonna give you my man card because you found out from Wesley Snipes and I found out from Melissa Joan Hart. It's fine. It's whatever.
It's fine.
I don't care.
Blade told me about it.
Yeah, I don't really. Well, Clarissa told me
Clarissa.
because she explains it all.
Explains it all.
She really does explain it all.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, Wesley Snipes.
Sometimes I think about the Matt and Dave show.
Yeah.
I'm like, it always feels like I'm taking a stance and we're not really funny. Now we're funny.
Yeah.
So I was going through here the other day and I was like, I want to talk to Dave about some of these people that are in here.
Yep.
But one of the things I found interesting, there's a lot of cast from The Office on here.
Oh yeah.
What I really noticed was the difference in prices for their videos.
Yep.
So
autograph boosters the same way.
It is, and that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like I've gone to the cons. I've paid Ernie Hudson like $25 to sign my Ghostbusters comic.
Yeah.
Like I have it. It's a #1 edition, signed by Ernie Hudson at the San Diego Comic Con back in 2000. I don't even remember, but But I've done it. I've seen it. Like Mark Hamill was at that same con.
$150.
But he wasn't signing Star Wars stuff.
Oh.
He wasn't with Star Wars because the Star Wars booth has their own people.
Yeah.
And you have to pay an exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah.
And this was before, I think it was before Episode 3 came out.
Oh, got it.
So it was like Kenny Baker and the kid who played Boba Fett in Episode 2.
Oh yeah.
All these people. But they're ridiculous. But Mark Hamill was there pimping his movie, Comic Book, the movie.
Oh, Comic Book, the movie.
Have you seen that?
Yep, I've seen it.
It's a mockumentary about comic conventions. So that cast was there, which at the time I didn't realize how cool that cast was because I hadn't seen the movie yet. But a lot of voice actors.
Yeah, it is like
that's what it is. It's like all
it's
voice
all
actors.
voice.
Yeah.
D. Bradley Baker. All those guys. Yeah.
So he was there. He was there for a panel about Comic Book movie because it was coming out.
Yeah.
But he was doing an autograph session, and it was like $150, $200, but he was not signing any Star Wars merchandise.
Probably, yeah.
He would not sign. Which
probably
is okay.
Couldn't, yeah.
Exactly, because Star Wars wanted their booty for autographs.
Yeah.
But which is fine because I just would have had him sign something Joker-wise anyway.
Yeah.
But I wasn't about to pay $200 for an autograph.
Yeah. No.
But that being said,
it's very much like
it's
the
same thing. Yeah. So you pay money and they send you little videos, which is cool. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like if I could get Kim Cattrall to send me a video of like saying hey to me, I'd be like, oh my god, let's talk about mannequins some more.
Yeah. That's $100. Whereas like the Great Khali mumbling some sort of hello would probably be in the more $10 range.
I mean, there's YouTubers. There's people I haven't even heard of, but there are some people that
only because you're out of touch.
I don't know their name, but I recognize their face, and they're like, hey, $10, I'll send you a video. I'm like, oh, well, I'll do that. But anyway, so there's a couple of members from the cast of The Office on there, and the prices are hilarious. So the first one I see is, what's her name? Kate Flannery, who played Meredith on The Office.
Yes.
And she is priced at, let me see if I can find it. She is priced at not a lot. Fuck, what is her price?
What is her price? Man,
I'm trying to find a price.
This is not a great audio conversation. How much is she? I demand to know.
I think it is. She's $100.
$100,
which is funny, because Rex Smith is $50. But Simon Rex is $69. Not surprisingly. You know who Simon Rex is?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So Kate Flannery is $100.
Yes.
Right? Meredith.
$100.
Office. $100, right?
Yep.
Then I see Brian Bumgardner, who was Kevin.
Yep.
He's $145.
Wow.
Right? Now, I didn't see these other two, but the next one I saw was Leslie David Baker.
I love Leslie David Baker.
And he played Stanley.
Yes.
Right? He's $300.
Really?
So let me ask you this.
They set their own rates.
What is the difference between Meredith and Stanley, and why does Stanley command $200 more? Now, if he's going to give me like a Stanley greeting, I'll fucking pay $300 for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, now, is he doing it for charity?
I don't know. I didn't look. Probably.
Well, that's the thing. Like, or do you charge more because you're not doing it for charity, or do you charge more because you just don't want to do it?
Right.
But it's like when I set my prices for like extracurricular, like if you want to pay me to do music, like I charge a lot more because I don't want people to pay me to do music.
Right.
That being said, if you're willing to pay the number I put out in front of you, I'm fucking, man, I'll suck a dick for that. You know what I mean? Like,
how do we go from playing music to sucking dick?
It's when you don't want to do it, but you're willing to do it, and you're like, I'm not into it, but the money's really good.
You know what I do? I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I just don't do it.
Yeah, like but like $300 to do one thing.
I'm not going to do it.
Oh,
I
I'll
don't want to
do
do
it.
it.
$300 buys a lot of
So
things.
what you're saying is that you can be bought.
Oh yeah, I can
Okay.
absolutely be bought.
Okay.
I'm very reasonable about my prices.
So moving on.
I would do this in a heartbeat. I'd be like $5.
Maybe we should do a Matt and Dave cameo.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Nobody. I think there's like a requirement.
Oh, come on, man. I think we should do a Matt and Dave cameo and give all of them money to charity. Or is there a Matt and Dave charity?
We could keep it for ourselves. That's the Matt and Dave charity.
There you go. Well, I guess we're out of time.
Aw.
Come back next week or
Yeah.
whenever we record again.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll talk about the Matt and Dave cameo some more.
Aw, that'd
How
be
much would
great.
you pay for a video greeting for Matt and Dave?
I would pay $3.
Sadly, I think we're
We're
overpriced.
overpaying, yeah. I will pay you 3 hamburgers to pay me $5.
We'll see you guys next time.
Later.